All right, Aquarius, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast for January 11th through the 17th. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to this type of astrology, be sure to check the description down below because the signs are different. All right, Aquarius, so this week, very supportive, especially in comparison to last week, which had a lot of shifts and changes with Mercury retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, a lot of transits over Pluto. This week, as you can see, very supportive, a lot of blue, and all the blue are trines, and that's exactly what trines represent, is that support. And I think the support is going to be involving new insights regarding the life path and with whatever else is shaping up for you at the moment. And what I think a lot of it is from this new moon in your 11th house about either group things, community things, maybe about your hopes and wishes. So with all these seeds being planted, it's a great week to pursue that stuff. So long as you're being adaptive and malleable, of course. With Mercury retrograde, you want to be flexible in the process and really learn more about it in the process, but still a great area to be put into motion, both because we're in the early phases of the lunar cycle, but also there's all of this supportive energy aspecting that 11th house of yours. So with that, it all starts here on Tuesday and Wednesday when Venus trines up to your modern day ruler. So you guys could be feeling good, looking good with a trine from Venus. But in either case, maybe something exciting or new or just different involving the career, which I think has been quite serious for you lately. Maybe it's your legacy or your public image in some sense. So it's good to enjoy it right now with Venus. Enjoy the career stuff because I think you can, especially compared to last week when Venus was much closer to Saturn. Here, that separation can really help ease up that Venus. Now, also in regards to exciting things, could be around your health, home, family, maybe something inspiring or new changing with that, as well as your outlook and philosophical worldview. Now, as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, we do have the sun trining up to Jupiter and the North Node. So the positive energy is really with these shifts going towards your one-to-one connections with your relationships in life, all kinds of relationships, which has been Jupiter transiting your your seventh for about the past 6 months. And now with the North Node going into that area, you've got this conjunction, this understanding, this insight that could be certainly coming in this week about relationships. Although again, it's in flux, Jupiter's retrograde, still some things that can be very supportive here involving new and existing connections. So with that, Venus is going to be squaring up to Chiron. So I think being open to healing with the career stuff this week in some sense, specifically around Wednesday and Thursday, and even with your home and family or your health, maybe doing some healing with that, and your worldview could maybe use a dose of that. So it's all about just being open to healing, being open to any wounds that maybe you might feel in regards to that. And then as a result, it does become quite rejuvenating. So then on Thursday, it's very much like Wednesday in that Mercury is going to go over the sun retrograde. So there is a lot of, again, understanding about things here. It's, I think, on the practical side. There could be a lot of self-expression, a lot of passionate ideas coming in this week, perhaps. And again, it's involving the area, or at least taking place in the area of your ideals and of maybe any types of organizations you're a part of. So with this, I think you're really seeing and becoming aware of how you express yourself and what's really meaningful to you, which you're sort of rehashing right now with Mercury, but also understanding more about relationships is a big part of this since the sun does rule your seventh. So anyways, very supportive for that, especially because it then will be trining up to that North Node Jupiter conjunction taking place right there, going into where it was, I think, deeper these past 2.5 years with your North Node in the 8th. Now things are definitely shifting into the lighter energies of just simple one-to-one relationships. Now, over the weekend, we do have Mars trining up to Neptune, so it could be easy going, I think, to pursue some of these things that are deeper, because I think there's still a lot of motivation and drive for you to transform or to heal, whether it's consciously, unconsciously, maybe it's to share the truth, share ideas. And so that could be all quite nice, in fact, and you could be quite motivated this weekend since it is aspecting up to your first house to really connect to what's really meaningful. But it's easygoing nonetheless, and that's really been the theme anyways for you to have that surrender and faith and trust with your goals and whatever it is you want in life with Neptune in that first. Now, going into next week, not as important, but I do want to mention it. Venus is squaring up to that Jupiter North Node conjunction, so it's good to integrate whatever is, again, coming to light, I think, with the health or with the worldview and maybe even with career and balance that with your one-to-one connections this weekend. I think it just comes across as quite positive. And so if you are feeling inspired about those areas, if you are feeling like there's possibilities with it, then great. It's all about integration, and specifically integrating those areas with these new shifts along your life path. All right, Aquarius, so have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.